Okay, another video on a Snowmobile Polaris 600 RMK HO. That's a 2006. So it looks like I burnt the belt. I was stuck, tried to get unstuck, and the track was not spinning when it was accelerating, it was smoking a little bit. So let's look at it. More than certainly I have to replace the belt. So first thing you want to do is jack up your snowmobile. Make sure the track is not touching the ground, and we're going to take things apart. Okay, let's go. Okay, make sure the track is not touching the ground. So I jacked it up, even added few logs. I might dig a little bit more underneath, but it's pretty much clear. Okay, next step. Open the front hood. I have a replacement belt right there. So then we're gonna open the side panel. It should be pretty much the same procedure on most of the snowmobiles. Okay, I'll remove the side panel. I'm always placing that screw back here. Give it like 4 or 5 turns and you will not lose it. There is your belt and your clutch system. So I'm not sure if you can see from here anything. Okay, we can definitely see that wear line. It's called hourglassing the belt. Rub my finger on it so you can visually see, but you also feel recess area. I don't know if you can see that from here. It's slightly thinner here. So basically your clutch is going to spin or get loose every single time it touches that area. And you will hear that noise when you're running. It's like it's missing a, thanks for the voiceover, but I could call that a slippage, or maybe some people have other terms about that. But anyway, that's what's happening. So what you want to do is rotate your clutch so that you have access to that hole in that one without removing the battery. So now I'm going to use the L key, put that in, turn clockwise to spread the clutch and the outer portion of that bigger clutch. It will allow the belt to sink in, which will reduce the diameter, which will make it a lot loose, pretty loose. Then I should be able to remove the belt around the small clutch and then back out of the big clutch. So let's do that. Here we go. So by the way, as far as adjustment, the bottom of your cogs, yeah, right here, those teeth should be flush with the upper portion of the clutch. So it looks like the actual tension of the belt is pretty good. It should be about 1.25 inches. Don't have to measure that. It looks like it's a little bit more depending on the pressure, but it's flush the way it's supposed to be. Okay, you see it's sticking right here. Put that here. Normally they're advising you to have that position in between the 11-hour and the 2-hour, so you have proper clearance. And you can see as I'm turning, the belt is sinking There we go. So it is back in. And now it just spins counterclockwise. Just give it a touch once in a while. That plate of the secondary clutch is gonna recess back in. We'll tighten it. It will push that belt higher. And then after, you just need to adjust your tension. Okay, so all I did, shove my hand right here, was holding the clutch, my second hand right here, and I just kept on rotating clockwise, raising the belt from the inside of the clutch, and looks like the clutch is going back into its original position once the key is out, and slowly tightening itself. The belt is going up by itself and it's directly flush. And looks like I have proper tension. So what I will do is I will try that very gently. I'm going to run it a little bit. I will check back my tension, make sure I'm still flush right here. Almost looks like I got a little bit too much tension. I should be flush, I'm a little bit above it. And remember, according to what I read, a new belt need to be driven halfway for about 30 miles to break it in. So I'll try to do that and try to be gentle if I can. So that's pretty much all you need to be doing. I'll put back the spare here, or the spare damaged spare. I will put back the cover, test it and go from there. Okay, hope it helps, guys. Okay, now that I got the belt back in place, making sure I don't have anything below the track, I'm gonna start it and test it. And just to check, make sure the tension is good. Hey guys, a quick one on the RMK Polaris. We're going to adjust the belt tension. Extremely quick process and pretty easy. So first, open your cover or the front hood, remove the side cover, Phillips or flat screwdriver. I just use a flat because I can also adjust the tension on the rear suspension, so I only carry one tool and do several things with it. When I remove the cover, I always put back the screw in place so I don't lose it, especially when you work in snow like I do. Okay, and then all you need is a 7/16 wrench and an Allen key. I'm not sure what the size is. I think it's 1/16, but no, it's not 1/16. But anyway, find that out based on the model of your snowmobile. So if you look at it, you have a jam nut here. You're going to lose the jam nut. put your Allen key in it, and when you turn clockwise, you're going to increase the tension. Counterclockwise, you're going to decrease the tension. One of the guide, if you can see here, the bottom of those cogs here is supposed to be flush with the upper side of the clutch. It is spot on right now. I changed it last week. I ran it quite a bit. It still sounds a little loose to me. The previous one used to be a little bit tighter, and I'm losing some performance. The top speed is not the same. I maxed out at 64. I used to max out at 74, 75, and I should be able to go even faster. So let's adjust that. I will try to put the camera a little bit closer. So hopefully you can see the belt adjusting. There we go. So I'm going to lose the jam nut. And keep the wrench on it, and then slowly turn. Put a little bit more. Actually, okay, mistake, sorry. When you turn clockwise, it is decreasing the tension. The belt is going down, so you have more contact, but it's too low. And I want to increase the tension. So we'll turn counterclockwise. And put a little bit more. I want the cogs to exceed the top part of it. So once you got that to the tension you desire, just hold your Allen key, tighten the jam bolt, and that's all you need to do. And it's better to elevate the rear of your snowmobile so you can turn the track and make sure it's properly in place. Here we go. Hope it helps. Okay, when you do such adjustment, make sure your track is elevated. Add to crank it up. Put it on the stand, put actually some stick of wood to go a little bit higher, and I dug the snow underneath. So if you don't have what it takes, you find a solution, and this is working. And then, once you did your belt adjustment, hold the belt and spin it. It's hard to do that with one hand. I spin it a little bit, and you can see I'm way too high right here, so I'm going to lower that. So ensure that your jam nut, according to the manual, which is obvious, is in between the 11-hour position and the 2 p.m. and the 2-hour position, so that you have an easy access. So I will turn that the other way. Right here, put it at noon approximately. And I will untight or loosen the jam nut. And I'm going to turn clockwise. And I should see it going down. If you don't, just give it a few spins. It is lower, but still a bit too high. Okay, and it's right now it's almost flush. The cogs are almost flush. Tiny bit higher the way I wanted it. Almost. So I'm gonna retie that a little bit. Adjust according to your needs, but again, and I'm gonna tie the jump nut. There we go. So it doesn't move anymore. Give it a few more spin to check. And the best is, you know, go and run it for a couple of 100 yards and you'll see where you stand. But that looks good to me. Looks like I got a good inch of tension. Could measure that, but I got to be extremely close from 1.25 inches. And the cogs are slightly higher than the upper side of the clutch right here. So that's what I wanted. Should gain back some performance. Right on. Hope it helps, guys. Have fun.